It's no secret that fans treasure their idols and shower them with love, or even more, whenever given the chance. And if you've been a K-pop fan since day one, I bet you are very aware that there are people who take fangirling to a whole new level, most of the time even beyond the imagination of many. I think that most fans know that ARMY has a rather mixed reputation within the K-pop community, and I bet majority are aware that they are considered as the largest and most powerful fandom nowadays. With millions of them around the globe, it's no doubt that ARMYs are out of this world. They are also often referred to as the most obsessive and intense of all, and if you'd ask me, that can be both good and bad, depending on the situation. Well, I said depending on the situation because these fangirls more often than not go to the extreme for their beloved BTS. And with extreme, I mean spending thousands of dollars for each member, queuing for a concert a day before the actual event, waking up in ungodly hours to stream, and just all the crazy things you can ever imagine. Let's be honest, the things they do for the sake of their idols are borderline insane. Do you have any guess what these legions of fans are ready to give for the sake of BTS? Better comment down below before we get this party started. Okay, first up, let's talk about how much ARMY spends a lot for BTS. It's only expected that as a fan, we want to spend a little cash here and there to buy official merchandise of our favorite group, or even hopefully attend a concert someday. With this, a lot of money is involved, but in the case of ARMY, a lot seems not enough. Based on a Naver article, it was even said that BTS's fans spend the most out of all fandoms that existed. If you're curious about the numbers, it was said that on average, an ARMY spends $1,400 on the group. This is mostly broken down for merchandise, concert tickets, and music streaming, which, by the way, fangirls take way too seriously for them not to allot money for. Some might think it's impossible to spend this much money just for liking 7 talented boys, who coincidentally is the best K-pop act today. But if you look deeper, throwing a good $1,000 out the window is easy. Just see the amount of merchandise BTS released. On the other hand, ARMY also used their powerful spending ability for good causes, and just like their beloved idols, they have been spreading hope and love through their amazing contribution for charity events. In fact, they launched a charity website named One in an ARMY, which is an organization composed of ARMYs around the globe who take initiative to raise money for a good cause. They started with their first project way back 2018 when fans got together to raise money for Medical Teams International, which has been bringing medical help to Syrian refugees as well as others who are affected by disasters and conflicts. From there on, the rest was history, and BTS had voiced out their appreciation to their fans and their giving heart. Well, at least they also put their money's worth into helping others. It's amazing how their collective efforts help in making the world a better place. Okay, now we go with BTS and their sasaengs. If we are going to talk about insane, then we can't just forget about sasaeng fans. If you don't know what sasaengs are, then let me do the honors to introduce you to this interesting group of people. Sasaeng fans are obsessive fans who stalk or engage in other behavior which invade the privacy of celebrities. And yes, there are ARMYs that go to this extent just to get close with the boys. For someone as famous as BTS, their sasaengs are also out of this world. One time, a sasaeng even tried kissing Suga after their schedule ended. The girl was seen being pushed by the surprise member, but still persisted even when Yoongi was already shouting. Luckily, staff were able to get into the scene and help the poor idol. Another insane act sasaeng did was overcrowding the boys at airports. It's actually common to have fans waiting for BTS when they land, but sometimes these fans can go overboard. Just look at how these sasaengs grab Jungkook's bags and harass him. The Golden Magnet was obviously shaken, but these so-called fans didn't budge. There was even a time that they boarded the same flight as BTS and invade the only time they can rest after a hectic schedule overseas. One of the most crazy episodes involves a sasaeng that was even blacklisted by Big Hit Entertainment themselves. She was famously known as the No Pants sasaeng and had even caught trying to get close with the boys in the airport by wearing extravagant clothes or pretending to be their staff so that she can get close with them. Isn't it scary to have these obsessive fans? We can only imagine how stressful this is for BTS. Next up, ARMYs and their crazy dedication. Fans are the most moving force behind every artist, and for BTS, aside from their talent and hard work, ARMYs are the other reason for the fame they achieved today. To say that ARMYs are dedicated is an understatement. This legion of fans takes dedication to a whole new level that other fandoms can only wish they have half of what these fangirls have. To give a few examples to satisfy your curious minds, ARMYs are massive streamers. If you haven't noticed, BTS holds the most number of records when it comes to YouTube views, first day album sales, and even a few Guinness Books of World Records under their names. This is of course because of their insane number of fans and their amazing dedication to stream all the content the group releases. It doesn't matter if it's a new music video, or a dance practice video, or just another V-Live, ARMYs will deliver millions of views overnight. Not to mention how they buy bulk albums just to increase the first day sales whenever the 7 boys have a comeback, to the point that it's not even strange for a single ARMY to buy 1,000 copies of every album just for this very reason. Just in case you're still not convinced about ARMY's dedication, then let me tell you how these amazing fangirls queued a day before the actual concert just to get their hands on concert merch. During BTS's sold-out concert at the National Stadium way back 2019, hundreds of ARMYs started lining up in front of the merchandise booth as early as 3 a.m. It was actually not until 9 a.m. that cashiers started ringing their items, but fans knew how competitive it can get, so it was definitely a now or never moment. Well, you know how the saying goes, the early bird gets the worm, and a bag of official BTS merchandise, right? Okay, moving on, let's go back to the crazy stuff. If you think you've heard enough, then the following revelations may surprise you. It's no-brainer that due to the amount of fame BTS has, these 7 boys will obviously have critique here and there, but if I were you, it's better to save the bad comments for BTS for another day, because ARMYs never let these kinds of comments off the hook easily. There were even a few instances that these fans call out a particular person, and most of the time, it got pretty nasty. When Butter was released, it broke record one after another, but not everyone was happy about the song. A particular comment from a grandma on TikTok caught the attention of some ARMYs, and soon enough, they were all after the poor woman for commenting about the recent release of BTS. Some comments are just straight up mean, and a few even were unbelievably rude to the extent that they wish bad things to happen to the clueless granny. ARMYs had established a name for themselves, and just like their idols, they've become one of the most well-known fandoms today. As a fan, I know we all understand that we can get a little crazy sometimes just for the sake of our idols. But at the end of the day, as long as it makes us happy, then there's really no stopping us. ARMYs included, of course. What do you guys think? Have you ever done something insane for your idols? Comment down below and let us know. As always, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more. See you next time, and bye!